Do better. Man, I earn $30K a year just by scooping dog poop. My clients are accused of being lazy, but they truly need my help. That is the headline. Now, this guy looks like a good guy. I trust this guy with more than what, but 30K a year. That's not that much, depending on the city he lives in. So, you could live off that easy in most places. But in large cities, yeah, you're not even going to be scraping by. You're going to be underneath the table with that. He's turning ST into gold. A UK dad of 4 is turning do into dough by picking up dog do as a side hustle, and he estimates it nets him $32,000 a year. Now, I don't know how long he spends doing this, but most jobs you could make around this and you're not in the sun all day, and I don't know. Anyways, we were stunned that the customers just started rolling. 39-year-old Southwest News Service. Okay. I guess he uses this as like, thingy. Said he was inspired to start a business after the dub pet poo pic in March, blah, blah, looks on Instagram and a work scene, blah. Wait. So this man is in Britain, but this craze started in the US. Now, yeah, this is probably very common because people are lazy. People are so lazy they'd pay you to do almost anything nowadays. Oh. He has a base of regular 35 customers. I wonder if any of those, I don't know. I do have 15 customers on Wednesday, 20 on Saturday. So what does he do? Does he just like follow them around, or like does he go to like particular places like, hey, the neighbor's dog keeps crapping on my lawn and I don't want to get it up, so I'll pay you to come by once a day and pick up all the stuff lying around? Like, is that how it works? Or does he just have a bag like walking behind a dog? These are questions I want to know, and I need to know if this article is going to answer them. That he earns around $2,000 per week. Wait a minute. $2,000 per week? What? Per week? He said $32,000 a year. $60 per hour. He must only work 2 days a week. Wait a minute. Let me do this. This ain't mathing to me. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Hold on a minute. He said 2,680 times 4. That nets him $10,000 a month. Now let's time that times 12. That is $128,000. Now I will do this job for $128,000. Hey, I would do it for probably 80. Especially if he's only working 2 days a week. Maybe 3. But this man said he was making $30,000 a year. Now, even with taxes, let's do that times 0.30. Let's say he's got 30% taxes on him. That's $38,592 a year in taxes. So that would make it to where he's making over 99K a year. Well, I don't know. I don't want to do the math in my head. I hate doing math. I can do it, but I ain't doing it. But he's making over $90,000 a year if these numbers are correct. Now somebody's lying here. Somebody. I don't know who, but somebody. Anyways, I don't know. Let's see. Newbie estimate, blah, blah, more pickup. 10-hour shift. Than he can for 10-hour shift of construction. Although the job, blah, blah. Okay, so this is what he does. Is he's saying he has to pick up 14 pieces per garden. That means, let me do that up because I know some people, That means that he basically goes to specific places and picks up stuff. So he ain't like following them around or anything. Which, thank goodness, that would be kind of weird. It wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've ever done personally, but on a scale of 1 to weird, it's pretty weird doing that. But he says it takes him 10 to 15 minutes per garden. He has to make sure there's no traces left. You got to do a good job. I can be driving around for 4 hours, blah, blah. Spend 3 hours picking, so... He has to drive as far as 50 miles to dispose. I wonder how he disposes of it now. Now that I know how the job works, how does he dispose of it? Because let's just say he's got 10 pounds. That's a little bit too much to spread around in one little garden area. And plus, would you want to do it in a garden area? Well, these are the questions I ask myself because I'm curious. Well, you know what? If people do claim, the trolls are claiming humans are now too lazy. Well, to be honest with you, I ain't got no defense for it, but I don't know. You either got too much time or too much money. If you got too much money, you're going to outsource the labor you don't want to do. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he does it to help them. Like, bro, you can say anything you want. A lot are on crutches, so it's hard for them to pick up the mess. We do this to help them. Yeah, if you were doing this just to help them, you wouldn't charge them. But since you charge them, and you make a profit, yeah, you're not helping them. Now, if this was a non-profit to help out the elderly or something, I'd be like, yeah, you're doing this to help them, but you're making a profit. Now, there's no shame in making a profit. In fact, that's what the economy's run off of, is goods and services. This man is doing a good service. So, yeah. Can't judge him. Customer Peter Fish. It is Fisk. Huh. I don't know. 48 has been using Pet's Poo Pickup since December because he has a broken leg. With the way my leg is, I'll be using him for the rest of the year. At least. This This is what I always tell people, is there's money everywhere as long as you're a little bit creative. Now, this man here is 100% doing a service that is 100% necessary, whether you like it or not. And this man is making money, whether you like it or not. With so many people doing stuff, especially turning to crime, I just always look at them like there's always a better way, and there's always stuff you can do. In fact, normally doing stuff like this is way less work than doing the illegal stuff. So I'm always saying, do something like this. You know, money is in places a lot of people wouldn't even expect. Anyways, on to the next